Hello, everyone. I'm Tommaso, and that's Coleman, and we're Tomato Cake, I guess. I'm Tommaso. I was the third developer on the mobile edition of Minecraft, and I scaled it from a prototype to a major version of the game. I've always been super interested in games that push player creativity through technology. And Coleman has a background in film at NYU, and that's where he started experimenting with new kinds of games, with new kinds of interactive stories in games. So we think that AI opens an opportunity for emergent voice-based storytelling in 3D handcrafted worlds. So basically, we think that video games haven't quite hit the blend of storytelling, improvisation, and fun that you get in Dungeons and Dragons and other games where you truly play a character. They feature either fixed choices but great author writing, or they're super open-ended but kind of forgo a story in order to enable player creativity. We think that there is a sweet spot in the middle, and that today AI actually lets us get there. So Robotopia is the game that we're building to prove this in the market. We think that a world of goofy robots is a perfect match for today's LLM's personalities.
You're so cute.
Why did you just have a slice of pizza just sitting out in the middle of the sewer?
We needed bait, and pizza was the perfect lure.
I need outrage, or at least a hint of revolution.
Cars.
Now we're talking. That's the kind of file I need for 10 million views.
Milk bot's gone missing and espresso bot. The cafe owner seems suspicious.
Are you hiding something?
Hiding something? Me? I'd rather brew coffee for 1,000 robots than tell you that.
Very sassy.
Who said that? I'll brew you a cup of shut up.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm actually in jail now.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I was starting to think I'd never escape this icy prison.
Was that you?
Yes, it was me.
So as you might have seen, Robotopia is also a game that really encourages streamers to make the best possible content for their audience. Because for the first time, acting to entertain and acting to play the game are one and the same. So we think that this kind of emergent role-play game has a huge potential because role-playing and emergent narratives are already very popular. There are millions of active players across all kinds of media, just not traditional video games. So for example, like Dungeons and Dragons, but also like Roblox, and a lot of different like modding communities and stuff like that. So what if we could tap this audience thanks to AI? And our reach could be even bigger than those because the voice-driven interface and simple controls are accessible to audiences on every device, like mobile and console. So as you might, guess what? UGC platform. You gotta. Anyways, we actually think it makes sense because Robotopia is just our first game, and because we think that our formula works for so many games and settings and stories like mysteries or fantasies or Western, which is completely unlike Westworld, but like less violent, I guess. And creators will be able to use our editor to build their own characters, their own worlds, and their own stories from the ground up. So, and then they'll be able to share them, throw store on every device. So yeah, and finally, with co-op multiplayer, our platform will become a third place where everyone can live unique stories with their friends. We want to announce the game and ship it soon. Thanks, and we have a demo you can play. It's a bit bugged, but yeah.